Keepers nervous, strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Chelsea were smashed yesterday. We all know it. Rival fans were having fun, you know, and laughing at Chelsea's expense, and that's what football is all about. If you play well, you can brag, you know, to the opposition fans, the opposition team. You can take the mickey out of them, you know. But when you lose as well, you must be ready for the backlash from other fans, from other football fans or club fans. The performance yesterday was atrocious, was really bad in my opinion. No one is left unscathed in my opinion. The sporting directors, they have a lot of blame, you know, to bear in terms of how they constructed the team and how they decided to, you know, leave gaping holes unplugged. You know, we've always known there's a striker need, there's a striker gap, and we refused to get a striker. Even if Nicolas Jackson was fit, even if Guiu, you know, was fit, there's still that need, there will still be the need for a striker. And this has been 2 to 3 windows in. The need for a striker has been ever so glaring. You know, Enzo Maresca, the way he's chosen to set up the team, the way he chose to set up the team yesterday against Brighton was poor. We know Noni Madueke had that injury early into this first half, but the certain changes he made, like bringing Sancho in for Noni Madueke, when you know against a Brighton they will be aggressive, they will press on high and leave space in behind. You know you need your direct pacing wingers to take advantage of the spaces behind their fullbacks, but he didn't trust Tyrique George enough to bring him on ahead of Jadon Sancho. So speaking of Tyrique George, and then that leads me to what I want to talk about today, or in this video, talking about having to use the academy, having to use Cobham. Now, for me, I'm not one of those apostles of Cobham. I'm not one of those worshippers of Cobham that feels like every 16-year-old, every 17-year-old, every 18-year-old at Cobham is suddenly, you know, the next best thing. It's suddenly the new R9. It's suddenly the new Paolo Maldini, you know. But due to the actions of, or rather inactions of the club in terms of acquiring certain talents like strikers, the team has been left, you know, bereft in certain parts of the pitch. And what you have to do in moments like this, you have to turn to the academy. For me, I'm one person that I don't like players playing out of position. I don't like seeing a central midfielder playing in as an attacker, as a striker, because he's a first-team player. Now, he's a first-team player who is a central midfielder. I've seen people suggest Tosin Adarabioyo to play as a 9. Well, he's tall. He surely has a good shot on him. But there are certain runs that a centre forward would make that Tosin would never be able to make. Now, Tosin can be someone you use as a makeshift. Maybe a game, you're losing 3-1, you're losing 2-1, you're trying to, you know, fight back and get back in the game, trying to secure, you know, salvage a point from the game. Then maybe you play him in, you just go in there, we're going to lump the ball into the box, you know, for you to head or flick on to other people or bring it on your chest and flick it on. But even that is a skill that is peculiar to strikers. But in certain situations, you can understand that, but not in this particular circumstances, in my opinion. I think we should go to the academy, trust the academy players in this instance, because it is what it is. The club refused to get strikers. Guiu is injured. Nicolas Jackson is injured as well. I think the likes of Shim Mhueka, the likes of Donnell, mcneilly should be brought up to the first team. I think the likes of Dujuan Richards should be brought up to the first team. Dujuan Richards is 6'2", he is in that man body, though he's a young player. I think he's 19 years old, but I think with his pace, his power, his strength, you know, and his very good shooting technique, I think he can do a job for the team. I think he can do a job for the team, same as Donnell, mcneilly, same as Shim Mhueka. I think they can do a job. It's not the best. It's not the best. I would have rather Chelsea had signed the striker in January, or even signed a striker at the beginning of the season, but it hasn't happened. The board hasn't done that. And for me, I think Enzo Maresca should not fool around too much. Go into the academy, invite these players. The academy can be the solution for the team. Now, I'm not saying these academy players are suddenly going to, you know, make Chelsea compete for the title. I'm not saying they're going to make Chelsea, give Chelsea a guaranteed top 4 finish. But who is the person in the team right now that can, give Chelsea that guarantee? That say, okay, this person in the team, wow, that means Chelsea are guaranteed, to finish in the top 4. Even Cole Palmer yesterday was bad. You need that striker making the runs. You need a striker with pace that's ready to run in behind. And you need that winger with pace as well. So, Dujuan Richards for me should come in. Shim Mhueka should come in. Donnell mcneilly should come in as well. Tyrique George should be trusted going into the coming fixtures. Have him play that right wing and have a Pedro to play the left wing. Jadon Sancho is a different type of winger altogether. He can't give you that pace in behind. That's just how he plays. Whether he plays well or he plays poorly, he doesn't have that pace to be direct to go in behind, to stretch, really, really stretch the opposition. So for me, I think the academy should be looked at as an option, to get players, to solve certain problems in the team. I'll say sporting directors didn't do what they have to do. And Enzo Maresca, he needs to look at the academy. There's no excuses again. You need to look at the academy. And also set the team up rightly. Set the team up rightly. I want to see some dynamism. I need to see some dynamism in this team. So, but that will be for another video. So at this point, I've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Just subscribe to the channel. Click notification bell to be notified each time I go on live or post a pre-recorded video on the channel. So I'll see you on yet another video. So stay well and stay blessed.